Hi Tanya, all are joined. Let's wait for a few of more joinings. Welcome guys. Hi Tanya, how are you?
Hi, good, good. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are clearly audible.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, so let's start it.
Yeah.
So, welcome to you all, guys. This is another live session of Impact Health with the campaign Stay Positive and Test Negative. And here we are with a new story with Tanya Singh Bhatnagar. And with these kind of stories, we are really want to increase the way people are looking towards this crisis, and we want to spread positivity, awareness, and yes, then how we can just proceed with such kind of crisis with a positive attitude. So let's start it. So, Tanya is an IMDb rated actor, a fashion model, and a publicist. She is also known for her acting in short films and web series, and also won several awards for her work. She has also worked for some renowned fashion brands and designers, most of their bridal wear. Born and brought up in Kanpur, Tanya is just sorry, another small town girl with big dreams. Coming from an academically driven family, she really believes in the power of education and wishes to work in the direction of education for underprivileged children. So, thank you so much, Tanya, for joining.
Pleasure.
And let's begin with the session.
Yeah.
So, I just want to know firstly that did you contract the virus, or what, have you got that virus? Like, have you been infected?
Yes. So
Okay,
not
so what
in
did
the
you
sec
do?
not in the second wave, but last year when it was all very new and we had limited knowledge about the virus, I did what I did get infected. I did contract the virus. Um, uh, I if so my immunity like actually is very weak in general
Okay.
as well. So I took, you know, more than 14 days. I took a month and a half to come out of it. I had serious breathing issues and everything happening with me. All I did was, I took whatever medication I was given. I took that on time. I took a lot of steam, and steam really helped me a lot with all my breathing problems that I had
Mhm.
at that time. And yeah, like I do yoga on and off. Like I really want to pursue it on a regular basis, but it
Mhm.
just happens that in the morning when your routine gets very
Yeah.
hectic, you're not able to do it. But at that time, I did all the breathing exercises, yoga, everything that could help me come out of it, and it did.
Okay, that's really nice. And actually, matlab, yoga keeps you very fresh, right?
Yeah,
Even if you are infected and you are dull that time, but maybe yoga must have helped you a lot, right?
yeah, it did.
That's really nice. Okay, so my next question for you is that in this pandemic, when situation is getting worse, what are the ways that you are keeping yourself occupied and not still like not losing that positive attitude?
See, it's very important right now because everywhere you look at or anything, any plan, you open your phone and you have some bad news.
Yeah.
You switch on the television, it's all negativity around you right now.
Correct.
It's the I really believe that like we just discussed about yoga, yoga helps a lot to keep you come out of, just have your own mindset to have keep have a peace of mind. But I also believe that right now just engage in anything that your hobby is, paint, dancing, whatever you can. At the same time, like I am trying my level best, and I'm sure everybody today is trying to help each other as much as possible, like with
Right.
be it medication, be it any, like if anybody needs oxygen or beds or anything, everybody is trying to help each other. So the more you help others and you get positive results out of it, you at the end you feel happy about it, that yes, you have, if nobody else is, you we are relying on so many bigger things like government and everything, but if they are doing their bit, but you also are doing your bit, and that at the end makes you happy. So I think right now all you can do is concentrate on whatever makes you happy. Keep yourself engaged in your hobbies and help each other as much as possible.
So, what's your favorite hobby? What you do basically? What you do daily? Or like
Yeah, I can, even if I'm sad and if a song plays, I can just
right.
start dancing.
Even
So I
music plays
think,
a big role.
yeah, singing, dancing. I read. I've just bought a Sudoku book for myself just to, keep my head engaged. Uh, so I keep filling that. Just, whatever keeps just to keep myself engaged. Um, I'm relying on to these things.
That's really nice. And I think everyone is advised to do such things so that they
Yeah.
are they are at peace with their mental status, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, as your father and your brother are in the frontline workers and warriors and they're doctors, right? So, was it scary in the beginning, and how did you feel that what was the first reaction when you saw that yes, there is such kind of a virus which is completely unknown, and it is completely new, and your like family has to go to hospital and serve and treat people. So what was your reaction and how did you cope up with it?
So in my family of four, like my mom, my brother, and my father, it's us girls, like my mom and me, who do not belong to the medical fraternity, and we are like always so worried. Um, Earlier, it was my dad and my brother have given like their entire life to curing people, and I believe that's how the nature of the job is. But when this COVID came, we were very scared because doctors are prepped for curing people, but in the process, you can get it was it was one of the rarest times that it there was such a situation that you can get infected and then it could be fatal.
Hmm.
And when we got to know, okay, so when I got to know that my dad, last year when lockdown happened, there were so many workers going, laborers going back to their, you know, so many buses were running, and my dad was posted in a small district, and he had to receive each and every patient and just check if he was positive or not positive, then check again if somebody was, and most of them were. And we here were like, "Arey, what are you doing?" ऐसे तो
Right.
मतलब you are just out there. And at that time, there were no like there were very people knew very less about this, about COVID, कि कितना हाथ धोना है, कभी नहीं करना है, क्या मास्क कितने लगाना है, कितना इफेक्टिव है नहीं है.
Hmm.
So that was something we were like, I was very worried, and but I remember my dad doing a lot, because he was in that district. So our country is full of smaller districts which are still struggling to find good medical facilities. He
Right.
started a COVID, uh, like a hospital, a department only, dedicated to COVID.
Acha.
And he got all the sanctions, like all financial sanctions and everything done from the government. And just when he was about to start it, um, he got a heart problem, and
Oh.
he had to be trans. So we were like, now you can't go back, okay? Because you
Hmm.
have a very serious condition, you can't be going. And but he is so passionate, like he is like, no, people are dying, people need doctors. I can't sit at home. He was basically running that
Hmm.
hospital, so he had to go back. And so that hospital also got the award for,
Hmm.
the best operational practices during COVID, and it was very good. Like at the end, I understood when he used to tell me, like every day I used to call him up, are you okay? Are you wearing this? Are you wearing that? Are you are your gloves on? And anything that you need me to send, because he said that I know more than you. You chill. But it was very tough for me to see him go there, like cure, walk amongst all the patients when there was so less known about COVID. So it was very scary. And but today, when he tells me that okay, these many people have got, like, they received a medical support from the hospital, and they are healthy and happy now. So yeah, that makes me feel very happy. My brother is also now, he will be deputed in COVID like ward. And I'm again, like me, his wife, we all are so nervous that we're just telling him कि तुम सही से रहना, please सब कुछ पहन के रहना. But at the end, it's their job, and I just want to say that we do not see health workers with that sort of we depend on them. Definitely we do, and we expect miracles to happen out of from
Right.
their hands. But they are at the end humans, and they sure are trying their level best to do as much as possible. So I have seen people in my family leave us behind and keep patients their priority. So I think, yes, a little bit sympathy, a little bit empathy with doctors would do wonders. I think we all are in this together.
Right. So there is a question from Kulpreet Freddy Vasuna. She is
Yeah,
asking that while you were COVID positive, what made
yeah.
you keep going? What was that one thing which made you keep going? Like you thought, कि हाँ ठीक है नहीं, you have to fight.
So I'll just tell you very honestly, like it might not be the most, ideal answer for this. I wanted to get out of it. Want to, I love traveling. So I just wanted ki, I have to get, like, I have to become normal so that I can travel again. But unfortunately, um, things, the places were
So
closed.
travel
But
was
yeah.
your
Travel was I when I like I was while I was laying down also, I used to just scroll, see places, virtual visits I used to do to, I don't know which all places I've done. I visited Antarctica also during that time virtually. But yeah, I think I just wanted to get up and get going so that I could
right now
could just
everybody's
recover.
will is to get like move out
Yeah,
of their houses right now.
yes.
Seriously, this is like crazy right now. So, matlab, what, like when your father and your brother were outside helping patients, so what precautions does your family took? Like,
Um, So PPE kit was definitely that was compulsory for all the medical workers. Apart from that, gloves at all times, changing gloves whenever you're coming back home, washing hands. My
he
dad
used
used
to
to tell
come
me
back.
as well that you wash hands, every half an hour, even if you're not doing, like, even if you're not touching a patient or anything, just wash your hands. And like my brother, he right now when he comes back from the hospital, he directly enters into the washroom. He changes, uses Dettol, Lifebuoy, whatever, so all cosmetics have been like kept one side, and it's all the tall Lifebuoy and all that they're using right now. The
Correct.
the clothes that they wear, they are sanitized, they are soaked for 2 days in Dettol and all. So all these things they've been doing, gloves, masks all the time, and PPE kits. So yeah, it was difficult for them, and it is difficult for them to, and it is difficult for any health worker to be in the PPE kit for that long, but it's their job, and I
So,
think that's it.
you being a model, it's just a like quick question which came in my mind, so I thought, okay, I should ask. You being a
Mhm.
model, you used to go in the market and you used to purchase a lot of cosmetics, I guess, and I believe. obviously every girl loves cosmetics and lipsticks and everything. But after this COVID, do you still go to that cosmetic section, or what, you go to that pharmaceutical section and you pick up the Dettol and everything?
See, I do. Like I now my all the I'm not ashamed of saying that I take bath. I used to use very fancy um body washes and everything, but I have now shifted to Dettol. So I'm
Dettol.
using that because see, we just look around yourself. You don't know how long are you there.
True.
So yeah, so it's just that I definitely want to live more, so I'll take any precautions right now that I can take, and we all are like in our family we all are taking like very good amount of precautions, and
That's really
we all
that's a
I
need
we
of
also do that
analysis.
neem and like burn it and the fumes and all. I do that as well at home, but
Okay.
that's all we can do. But your question about shopping for cosmetics, um, I am not doing it right now. I don't know. I am not in that state of mind also right now. It's
That's right.
just not no shopping, nothing is happening. I just want
Even if we are
everybody
going
just to,
online to go for some shopping, we look for sanitizers, we look for masks,
yeah,
and we are looking for something like that rather than going
yeah,
for
yeah,
bags or anything else.
yeah,
So yeah. Okay, so I would like to step on the another question. So do you ever thought that after when you got to know about this COVID and the seriousness of this virus, did you ever ask your father to quit this job and like to just sit with you guys in the family and like to be safe at home rather than just saying ki go
no,
or just
we did ask him to, sit back at home and ask his subordinates to do things for him. Like if that can happen, because he had just come out of the hospital. Like I told you, in between while he was doing all this, he had a very serious heart, like he got a heart attack. So we just had to make sure that he is safe there, because he was not we wanted him to live with us, stay with us, but he said that no, I have to go to the hospital.
so even
Uh,
after
we
the heart attack he was working, like after he
Yes,
got
yes.
fine he is working
Yeah,
even
yeah.
also.
Yes. So
Like
he went there. He went to the hospital. We asked him if he could ask other people to, take care of whatever he was taking care of. But he said that if I am the in charge here, and if I don't, you know, take lead on things, how will people follow the lead? And if I don't
true.
do things rightly, so he had this in mind, that he wanted everybody to do the same that he was doing, and for that he had to be there and he had to do things.
The doctors
So
take that oath, right, and they follow it very seriously, I must say, like all the
yeah,
all the doctors. Okay, so I got to know that your father took an initiative, right,
yeah,
related to hospital, COVID hospital in the like in the rural area, right? If I'm,
yeah.
please correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
So yeah.
it's not a rural, but yeah, a very small district.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
was this all initiative about? So how did it happen? Like what was the thought process of your father? So what it
So there
take
was
place, how it
no
take
there
place?
was no provision for COVID, and any COVID patient that was coming in the main hospital. And by the time the reports came in, so if a patient came in and they tested so that was the time when police was also helping finding the patients who were positive and then bringing them to the hospital. But people who were coming for general cure also were testing positive, and the reports used to, so if they're coming in the morning, the reports used to come in the evening, and by the time they would have moved around the entire hospital spreading the virus. So this was a serious concern. And so it was then he must have spoken to a lot more people there, that there should be a separate department, there should be a separate building for this, and we should have oxygen beds and everything. And luckily there is today, when I got to know that when there was a shortage of oxygen beds, in a small district like that, there were oxygen beds available because last year the COVID hospital was started there. So, and then when I told you about people coming in from metro cities going back to their homes, and when people went back to that district and the buses were coming in, they were coming in, and so he was very perplexed as to if he didn't know that if this person is going home and I've given that he is positive, he's going home. We want to check him again after 14 days, so he has to be quarantined. And how would somebody know about it? So he told me that I'm doing this. Is it okay? But like I'm very close to my father, so we used to talk every day, and he used to tell me everything about his experiences. So he told me that I'm planning to make a stamp, getting a stamp made that and with the date written that okay, this date he was tested and quarantined for 14 days. So that stamp, and then it was thought that where do we get the ink from? So the DM was contacted, and then they got the ink with the when you go for yeah, giving your poll at the election for the elections, then you
Mm-hmm.
get the ink.
Yeah.
So that ink was used so that it doesn't get off in 14 days. So all of that. So this was not practiced anywhere else, and it was his thoughts and brain. So
That's wonderful.
I don't know. It was very very path breaking. I don't know. It's not a technology or something. It's very common sense. But in times like these, you just fail to use your common sense as well. But he did, and I'm very proud of that. So
Right. At times, simple solutions are like not visible to us,
yeah.
which people get it like suddenly. Okay. So, okay. So, when like your father or did all of this, so like considering his age and age factor and all of the situation, did you try to say, ki, yeah, don't do it? Why you are taking such a stress? Why? What's
Yeah.
your point of view? So,
No,
how
every
was
day
that
we used to.
situation?
Every day we used to call. Like I used to call him every day, every hour. I was like so much concerned that if he's not that strong immunity wise right now, and if he gets the infection, it would we can't even go. There was lockdown, everything was happening, and we were just right now also I'm like, you people can't because right we will be so helpless. हम सिर्फ
Right.
फोन पे ही कर सकते हैं जो भी कर सकते
Hmm.
हैं हम आपको आके क्या we will come, but at the end I'm also not a doctor. We can't. You are
Hmm.
the one. It was very disturbing at that time. Like calling him up, and so if he sounded low, I was like, "Are you okay? Is everything
Hmm.
okay? Are you getting yourself tested?" So every second day, I used to tell him, "Please get yourself tested," and
Hmm.
things like that. I was very scared, very scared. Like every day, I was just praying uh, that okay, we are hearing bad news, but I just want him to be okay because
Hmm.
one, he is helping so many more, and second, yes, he's my dad. I have to be
At the
worried
end, yeah.
about him. And my mom and I were like every day we used to talk that let's ask him to leave this, let's ask him to come back. So my mom in
Hmm.
fact started living with him and everything, but uh, like we at the end can only tell them to take care, but it's them
So,
who yeah.
so what changed your mind? What like about that all initiative? What was that one thing which changed your mind all of a sudden, and you like you praised your father or you helped your father in that? What was that one thing?
So initially when he was doing this, we were very skeptical. We were like, no, you should not step out, you should not do it. Let other people do it, and people are dying everywhere, so it's okay. You're trying your best, you can only do
Hmm.
as much as you can, so it's okay, but you have to take care of yourself. But he was like revolting. He was like, no, I have to go. And so initially we could not understand him, and I was like, I give up on this, and I was like very angry, very anxious, very sad, very worried about him. But when the results started coming in, when he used to tell me, okay, today a very small kid came in and now he's okay. Uh,
Hmm.
then when people started getting cured and they were finally healthy again, it was then that I realized that maybe the world needs doctors,
Yeah.
and he is a father, he is a husband, but he is also a lifesaver right now. So that's
Right.
his first thing, and we understood. So it took us time to sink that in, but we understood it, and when the results started coming in, and now also when I got to know that okay, there uh, in that hospital oxygen beds are still there in a very small district, so it just makes me feel very proud of what he's
Hmm.
doing, and probably feel like we just support him now. We ask him to take care. I ask my brother to take care, but we don't tell him that or tell them to no, don't, you should not
So,
do this.
like, getting a recognition or getting a award for this was also a part of like enthusiasm, or it's a part of your approach. कि ठीक है, हाँ, now I am fine with the way it is going.
See what doctors are doing, what they will keep doing, what they have been doing.
Hmm.
No award, no recognition, can match or can, justify
Right.
their efforts. So while award was, yes, one thing that we were all very proud of, but before that as well, it was just that his efforts were showing some result, and that was what made us more proud. That
Hmm.
okay, somebody amongst us who is saving lives, who is who's doing his best to not let somebody die or
Right.
be in pain. So
Right.
that was something. While award was not something that moved us, or I think award was not something that he or any doctor is working for right now.
Right.
They're just
Correct.
it's just a part of their life and job.
Right.
Yeah.
So, would you like to give any message to all those whose parents are going to the hospital and daily to treat COVID patients? And how would you like to give them a thought of positivity?
So, first, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody who is like we are actually privileged to be sitting at homes right now and
Right.
speaking and virtually. But there are people who have to go out, have to be around. Like even if you're going out, we also step out. We go out and we buy groceries and come back.
Right.
But there are people who are going out. There are
Mm.
people who are roaming around the same circle in the same bubble, they're taking in the same air that other
Right.
patients, COVID patients are. They're risking their lives. I just a big thanks and a big salute to every health worker out there right now, and to all their families. Uh, these are very cruel times and these are unprecedented times, but your just take shine like just take proud in that you have somebody in your blood relation, in your family, who is doing such a fabulous job right now, like of contributing towards saving humanity. It has come down to this right now. So just take proud. Whatever you can do, please do that at home. If they come back home, give them all the sanitize their clothes, sanitize them, give them protein-rich food. That's all you can do right now, like to increase their immunity. But at the end, they'll have to go and just be proud of it.
Right. So, with this, I would like to end our session, and it was pleasure talking to you. It was a great experience that you have shared, and I am like very grateful that you have shared your experience with us and has spreaded positivity around. And thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's end the session with this. Bye, guys. Stay positive, test negative, and just stay home and safe. Bye bye.
Bye.